That's it. I've had enough. I can't deal with my son's crap anymore. I can't deal with the defiance anymore. I'm done with it all. These are words that I've said to myself many times, raising my son. I don't know about you all, but if you have a child who's ADHD, who has problems making the wrong decisions, making bad choices, having impulse problems, if there's some mental health issues going on with your child, whether it's a son or a daughter, it doesn't matter which, or even a grandchild, you know, we can get to a point to where we get angry and we've had enough of trying to deal with the issues that they have, the getting in trouble all the time, the defiance, the not listening, the bad choices, and not making, well, not making, but making those choices without thinking. Again, my son, raising him, he had ADHD, still has. He's 36 years old. But, he grew up ADHD, ADD, borderline bipolar, had a lot of trouble with impulse control and making bad decisions his whole life, even to this day. And he's 36 years old. But many times I've said to myself, I'm done dealing with his crap. I'm done dealing with his defiance. I'm done dealing with all the issues. And that was before I knew things that I could do to help the situation. Back in those days, in the 90s, we really didn't know a whole lot about how to handle things like that. You had to learn it as you went. So if you have a child with those issues, check out my books, The Stories of Freddy the Fox. These are the reasons why I wrote this series of children's books, to try to help parents and help kids and even teachers that can use the books as a tool to have conversations with the young kids, grade school kids, elementary, kindergarten. They can see some of the struggles that my son dealt with, and how they were handled, and some of the things that he did without thinking, and getting in trouble, and then having to deal with the repercussions of that later on. So, if you deal with things like that with your own kids or grandkids, please go to the pinned comment at the end of this video. Check out my books, The Stories of Freddy the Fox. That's what they're for. The first one is out of the series. Books 2 and 3 are written. I'm going to be working on getting them illustrated soon and get them out there too. But they are very good books to try and learn a little bit, see how I dealt with things, see how I had to, with the things that I went through with my own son. And maybe, you parents can learn from it maybe, and understand that, hey, you're not the only ones, you're not alone in it. It's a very common thing, to be honest. It's hard, so you got to learn everything you can about the impulse control, about ADHD, about mental health, about how to be a better parent. I wish I would have had things like that for myself back in those days, that maybe I could have learned to be a better parent, and not be so quick to simply just punish him for everything that he did wrong, and give very little praise, because back then for me, I had a hard time wanting to praise him when he did good things, because usually it was a day or two, maybe 3 or 4 days, and he was doing something else stupid again to get in trouble, a bad choice, a bad decision. So I had a very hard time wanting to praise him for anything, because I was always waiting for the other foot to drop. So anyway, check out my books. Please subscribe to my channel. I have 2 channels. So, find both of them, The Stories of Freddy the Fox, and then my other channel is author John R. Parker, for my other books as well. But please subscribe to my channels, watch my videos, give some comments on things that you've dealt with your own kids, things that maybe you have learned, or tips that you may have to give to other parents. All right? Have a good evening, happy Sunday, and God bless you all.